Hey YouTube, I just want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy New Year's to everyone. And I hope you can all take this time to spend with your family and enjoy it and try to focus on everything that you've been grateful for. I think it's very important to focus on those things. But one suggestion that I'd like to make during this holiday season is to give the gift of wealth. Give the gift of wealth to someone and teach them about sound money. You don't have to go get them something expensive. You can get them 1 ounce of silver. But give the gift of wealth and help spread the message of liberty. So that's what I did. I actually stopped down at my local coin shop the other day. As a stacker, it's not only my goal to preserve my own wealth, but to preserve the wealth of my children. And I want to build up a savings for them in which to give to them when they become a certain age. So most people, they save dollar bills for their kids' college fund. Me, I'm going to be saving gold and silver for my kids. Do whatever you want to do with it to become successful fund, because I'm not going to tell them they have to use it to go to college, but I am going to tell them that they have to use it in order to better themselves, to better their life, to gain skills in some way or some fashion. So I thought it would be a nice Christmas gift to get my kids each a gold eagle. So I stopped down at my local coin shop to get my kids a couple 10th ounce gold eagles for Christmas presents, and I came across these proof graded gold eagles, and these were going for the same price as regular uncirculated gold eagles. I also picked up this loose one right here, and I figured this would be a great opportunity to show you how I collect and stack at the same time. So I got a 1988 P 10th ounce gold eagle, and I think it's so cool how they have the Roman numerals. These are my first gold eagles with Roman numerals. How could I stop at an LCS and pick up my two kids a 10th ounce of gold without picking myself up a 10th ounce of gold as well? So I will be keeping one of these, and the other two will go to my kids. And here's a 1989 P 10th ounce proof. These are both graded PR 69 Deep Cameo by PCGS. And I also picked up this loose 2010 proof gold eagle. These coins are just absolutely beautiful, and I got these for a low premium, so he sold me these coins for the same price as a regular uncirculated gold eagle. I paid $145 each for these coins, which isn't too bad. I'm sure you can find a better deal for a 10th ounce gold eagle somewhere else, maybe online, or who knows what kind of deals are out there. But for just a quick buy at your local coin shop, where it's discreet and it's private, and you're supporting a local business and you're building rapport with somebody who could be a potential buyer from you in the future. So there's many benefits to shopping at your LCS and paying just a slightly higher premium for your precious metals. But I love stuff like this because you can stack wealth, you can preserve wealth, and you can collect. You can satisfy your inner collector desires with stuff like this, because these are low premium over spot. These are all low premium, but they're very cool, all right, because they're proof. Right? These are deep cameo. These all have a very beautiful high contrast. And if you never noticed the difference between the first generation gold eagles and the second generation gold eagles, the differences are with the first generation, they use Roman numerals, as you can see right there. And then for the second generation, which I believe they switched over sometime in the early 90s, they switched to Arabic numerals, so regular numbers. And some other details that are a little different is that the second generation gold eagles definitely have more detail in the die, in the strike. You can see in the robe, whatever you want to call it, of Lady Liberty, that the newer generation does have slightly more detail. And you can tell, let me grab this one right here. You can tell with this gold eagle, look how much more detail is in the dress. I think I called it a robe. I guess it's a dress. Look how much more detail. And another difference, if you compare the backs of these two gold eagles, you can see the lettering on the first generation in the In God We Trust and E Pluribus Unum is larger than the lettering on the second generation. So that is another difference I've noticed about the two different types of American eagles. Pretty cool. Another cool thing about these American eagles right here is that they're actually signed by Michael Reagan, which is Ronald Reagan's son. And you know, I know some of you out there have different opinions on Ronald Reagan or whatever, but it's still pretty cool. And Ronald Reagan, I believe, was a good guy, and he definitely had good intentions. Did he make some mistakes? Yeah, he made mistakes, but you know, he believed in the gold standard. I know that. Did he do the greatest job at defending it? Maybe not, but hey, I can't tell you how I would react in his situation because I've never been in it. If I had a guess, I would have been a little bit more of an advocate for sound money than he was. But I know that Ronald Reagan believed in sound money. So this is very cool, and I'm pretty sure Ronald Reagan, he signed the bill into act that started minting these coins. I forget what it was called, the 1980 something, Coin Act or whatever. But he actually signed the legislation that authorized the production of American gold and silver eagles. You'll never know what you'll find at your LCS. Sometimes you can find pretty cool stuff for a low premium, something that used to demand a collector's premium but no longer does. But it's the same price as the regular coin, so why the hell not buy it? You know what I mean? This is just as liquid as a regular uncirculated 10th ounce gold eagle. I mean, the fact that this is proof and graded does not affect its liquidity. Now, are you going to get a collector's premium for it when you go to sell it to your LCS or whoever? Probably not. Maybe not, but if you don't pay a collector's premium to begin with, then it doesn't matter. So it's a win, in my opinion. You're getting gold and silver for a low premium that's going to preserve your wealth, and you get to collect at the same time. So I consider this both stacking and collecting at the same time. And I know, like, when I think of a true collector, I think of someone like my friend Corn. I know a lot of you know old Crazy Corn, but that man is a true collector. He collects typesets, you know what I mean? He collects, I don't know if he collects mint era coins, but that is, when I think of a true coin collector, I think of that type of person. Somebody who has a structure and goals to their collecting, wanting all the mint marks and Carson City, whatever. And Corn just has an amazing pre-33 collection, the largest and greatest pre-33 collection I've ever seen. So I know he's doing mostly private videos right now, but if any of you happen to stop by Corn's channel, I highly recommend it because he's a great guy and he has a lot of knowledge to dish out. But this is still collecting, just to a slightly lesser degree. I'm the kind of collector that doesn't have much structure to his collecting. I just like to buy what I like. If it's something that if I don't have yet, I want to buy. If it's cool and I don't have it yet and it's not too expensive and I think it's a good buy, I will buy it for sure. I don't do much pure collecting, as in I don't care about the potential value depreciation of what I'm collecting. I do like to collect things that I believe also have a good potential to at least maintain their value, if not increase in value. Some other examples of how I like to stack and collect at the same time. Here is a Royal Canadian Mint Arctic Fox, which is really cool. 1/4 ounce, 4.9's fine. And I got this at my LCS, and he was selling these for the same premium as Gold Eagles. So the premium was low, and when I looked the price up on APMEX, the price it was going for on APMEX was $30 higher than what my LCS owner wanted to charge me. So I thought it was cool. It was a low premium. I'm getting it for slightly less than what APMEX is selling it for, so I think that's a pretty good gauge on what I should pay for it. So I paid the same price as a Gold Eagle, and this is still a very liquid coin, highly recognizable, Royal Canadian Mint. So I like to buy stuff like that, this just when I can get it for a good deal, just to satisfy my inner collector. Another great example is how I got this $5 Indian. I want to get a lot more pre-33 in the future because I think it's just a great buy because you can get them for a very low premium, and the collector's premium has, in my opinion, immense potential for appreciation. And over history, when gold goes into bull markets, that tends to have a positive effect on collectors' premiums, at least according to Scott Travers. That's what I read in his book, The Coin Collector's Survival Manual. According to him, I haven't really looked into this myself, but according to him, when gold goes into a bull market, that tends to push up collectors' premiums as well. This is just such a stunning coin. But I guess I may have paid slightly over, a little bit more over spot than I could have for this. I did get this from one of my local coin shops, and I'm sure I could have found it for a slightly closer premium to spot if I really wanted to wait around for a deal. But this was still a very low premium. I think I got it for $3.85, and like I said, you could even find these closer to spot. You can find mint state pre-33 very close to spot, especially the larger size coins like the $20 coins. But this is an example of how I like to stack and collect at the same time. Very collectible and a low premium, and it's very cool. It makes me happy. Such a beautiful coin. I really have to get a capsule for this. I don't know why I haven't yet. It's laziness. And as far as silver goes, I think I mentioned in my last video how I like to collect toned silver bars. Now, this is still stacking. Low premium. Alright, liquid. But it satisfies my collector desires. And another example is like this Britannia. I don't really stack Britannias, but I think they're a very good buy. I think they're a beautiful coin, and I was at my LCS, so I was figuring, pick one up. It's something new. It's something I don't have. So I love stacking and collecting at the same time. If you look at the Britannia, it really is just absolutely beautiful. And somebody in my last video actually asked me in a comment why people don't stack Britannias more often. Because he never sees them in anybody's videos, I guess. And I went to go answer it, but when I went to the comment section of my video, I couldn't find his comment. So I don't know if he deleted it or whatever. But just to answer your comment, in case you're watching, people who live in the UK probably stack a bunch of Britannias. I mean, this is probably just as common in the UK as the American Silver Eagle is in the US. So people from the UK, I'm sure, do a lot of stacking of this stuff. And I'm sure a lot of American and Canadian and Mexican stackers also stack these. But generally, I would say, depending on what country you're in, the most common form of bullion you would see is just the average regular government-backed bullion coin that is offered by the government mint of the country. So I'm sure a lot of British, stackers from the UK stack these coins. So that's just kind of how I like to do it. YouTube. I like to keep it fun. I like to mix it up. I like to diversify. I still, like I said in my last video, I like to stick with my main focus, my base. And these are actually, part of my base, because like I said, part of my base is American Gold Eagles. So that's what I've done. I've added to my base, well, at least with one of them. These two are going to my kids. And just another cool piece that's fun to collect and that can go right into the base of my stack. And also, I forgot to say how the fact that it's certified is just a plus, because that's just that's just another way to ensure whoever wants to buy it that this is real. So thanks so much, YouTube. Thanks for watching. I hope you and your family enjoy the holidays, like I said, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.